I didn't do that. The Hollywood Bible, Variety did it. I didn't do this. I mean, I can't. I mean, this is like, you're right, Karen. This is the best news ever. I was doing cartwheels. I'm not going to even say allegedly. Variety, if they say it happened, it happened. If they say a source, it's an actual source. There are just certain publications that you can trust, and Variety is one of them. I want to hear, well, it's just Variety. No, it's not just Variety. Last week's news that Netflix had divested from the lifestyle venture, which the tech giant footed the bill to help build, tossed gasoline on a bonfire of speculation about the health of the relationship between the former royals and their creative home. Variety spoke to 6 well-placed individuals. That means the higher ups at Netflix. That's code for the higher ups at Netflix, Ted Sarandos, all these people. They went to their people and they said, we need a couple people to spill the beans and get this out there. Have them go to Variety. Variety spoke to 6 well-placed individuals with knowledge of Netflix and the Sussexes, who say the union between Meghan, Harry, and the streamer has been far from a fairy tale. The Sussexes' perceived pattern of selling repackaged versions of the same story about their exit from royal life has exhausted Netflix. Their partnership may continue to taper off, and with it will Meghan and Harry's remaining show business lifeline. The mood in the building is we're done. One Netflix insider tells Variety of the vibe on Harry and Meghan. Their bedside manner has done. I love this. It has ruffled feathers in meetings, and lackluster ratings for shows like With Love, Meghan have led to doubt the e-commerce is the best way for Netflix to stay in business with the couple.
She talked about e-commerce
the whole time.
And she talked about like sales values.
She was like metrics and
e-commerce.
This is different for their e-commerce department.
Meghan's full of crap.
No, I remember because when we did the episode, we were wearing our Squid Game gear because she's trying to act like they don't know what they're talking. How Netflix has never dealt with e-commerce before. We have like $5,000 worth of Squid Game gear around here. I'm joking. I'm joking. It's a joke. It's to say nothing of Archewell's history of what sources call poor communication in their dealings with the company. Wow, I guess the guy from Spotify wasn't lying about them being grifters. It's a good thing that Netflix cut him loose because Meghan has built this empire now. Now she's going to grow. She's calling up High Camp and wanting to do collabs with them. Why wouldn't
they believe that Netflix has kept her down
because if she has such an empire, why doesn't she source her own flowers? Why does she need to outsource every single thing she does? The Netflix spokesperson says it is absolutely inaccurate that Sarandos and Bajara have lost faith in the couple. See what they're doing? They're playing ping pong with each other because they can't actually come out. They're like, nope.
We're just watching it too.
Yeah. What? Insiders at the streamer says Sarandos and his wife Nicole Avant socialize frequently with Meghan and Harry. However, 2 sources insist that Sarandos recently said he would not sit for a call with the Duchess unless a lawyer was present on the line. The sources were unclear if Sarandos was serious or joking. Dun, dun, dun. A Netflix spokesperson says it is absolutely inaccurate that Sarandos made that comment. I love this because if this was like my dad pulling this stuff with Picture Perfect back in the day, he would be doing the same thing. He would be like, oh no, we left on good terms. It was great. Everybody was happy. We still wish them the best. I would never say that about them. She can call me up on the phone anytime. It's all good in the hood. Is blatantly false. In fact, Meghan texts and speaks to Sarandos regularly and has been to his home. Sans lawyers, says Sussex attorney Michael J. Kump in a letter to Variety. Okay, so this means that, and this is what all good credible news sources do, is they always get, if they're writing a story about someone, they ask the other side for a statement or anything, and they let them read it in a comment, anything. And it looks like, and this is this is very strange of Meghan and Harry because we've never seen this before. Because we had Variety, they didn't say anything the first time,
Cut
and they didn't say
nothing.
Well, Cut wasn't a hit piece. I'm talking about Variety and Vanity Fair. They never said anything. Last August, a second set of episodes with Love Meghan. Thank you for saying second set and not second season of With Love Meghan performed dismally compared to the first round. Thank you for saying first round. Netflix was sitting on a surplus of as-ever products, including tea and baking mixes, totaling more than $10 million in value. So much that the company started giving inventory to employees for free, putting the goods on card tables in various office buildings. An Archewell spokesperson says giveaways from sample closets are standard practice at studios. Give me a break. A different Netflix source says the plan was always to spin as ever back in Archewell's control, and that the streamer only intended to assist in its launch with Love, which features Meghan's friends and occasional synergistic cameo from talent with ties to Netflix, like Mindy Kaling, was not renewed in full. A spokesperson for the Sussexes say With Love Meghan will continue as seasonal specials.
Wow.
He went on Emma Greed's podcast and completely bull-faced lied about them being her investment partners.
Yes.
Lied.
Team.
She had 3 teams. She completely lied.
No, I know.
This is their way of going, we're done, dude. And look, we're not saying that 3-part documentary wasn't watched by people. Hey, we got up at 3 o'clock in the morning to watch it.
Nancy and I were not happy waking up to that.
It sucked. But we watched it because we were appalled by what happened. And then there were like a lot of people that weren't familiar with the story thinking, oh my God, isn't the royal family awful? Yes. They're racist. Condo's fiercely competitive swooped in and signed them to an exclusive arrangement over the 5-year term. Reported numbers for the deal vary from 30 million to north of 100 million, but 2 sources peg the figure at roughly 60 million. Again, guys, that's a lot of money. I'm not sneezing at that. But let's say Meghan and Harry did make 60 million during their 5-year contract, okay? Let's say they did. 60 million is not enough to sustain a lifestyle in Montecito. That is where billionaires live, not millionaires.
Literally mocked the queen and hit Harry in the head and went like this. No, let me do it.
Oh, okay.
Don't put your hands up.
Okay, I'll be here.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
That's insane.
And that's how it happened.
That's insane.
We just reenacted it perfectly.
She's Meghan Markle's nuts.
So outside Netflix, parts of the entertainment industry began to sour on the couple. Really? Them throwing their entire family under the bus made people sour? What a weird concept. After making an exclusive podcasting deal with Spotify the same year the Netflix contract was signed, the Sussexes parted ways with the company, having delivered only 1 series, Meghan's well-rated Archetypes. I don't know how that got good ratings. The only reason I think it might have gotten good ratings is because idiots like me woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning to listen to it and see if there was anything. Like the Korean spa part. She changed nationalities during every episode. That's where we learned she was Nigerian. On an episode of his own podcast in June, yay, Bill Simmons called the couple effing grifters. The year before, in January 2022 episode, Simmons said, you live in effing Montecito and you just sell documentaries and podcasts and nobody cares what you have to say about anything unless you talk about the royal family and you just complain about them. A-list talent and directors were hesitant to work with the pair. I'll tell you why they were hesitant, and we've said it on the show many times. At the end of the day, they know who's going to be king and queen of England, and they don't want to piss off the Prince and Princess of Wales. They want to be invited to Earthshot. They want eventually to get her on that Met red carpet. They're looking at the long game. The people that used Harry and Meghan, like Serena and all those people, they wanted instant gratification, instant publicity, instant everything. And now look at where they are. Nowhere. Meghan Markle was not a great audio talent. Really? or necessarily any kind of talent. Just because you're famous doesn't make you great at something. The Sussexes have not produced a single scripted project in nearly 6 years.
God.
That's not normal. That's not normal. Meghan signed with the talent agent WME. Here we go again. You guys know that scene in Grand Theft Auto whenever you lose? And so the guy's walking and he goes, here we go again. Every time she signs with another agency, let's all go, here we go again. See, sources say, however, that her primary focus was building as ever. Oh my, really? Okay, wait a second. Her primary focus was building as ever. Then why the hell did she send out gift baskets that had jam that said American Riviera Orchard? With Love, Meghan went into production complementing her range of products. I'm sure Netflix was peeved when they found out she changed the name, because I don't remember in With Love, Meghan her promoting any of her As Ever products. Insiders say Meghan has long conveyed that Hollywood is her domain. In virtual and in-person meetings with partners, she tends to talk over or recast Harry's thoughts, sometimes while he is mid-sentence, sources say. You guys didn't make any cracks right now. I will stop reading this. I will go upstairs and I will start packing my bag.
Please stop.
I swear to God, if I get any,
stop.
because I like it when you guys joke with us. I thought it was really funny because when we had Bruce McCullough on the show, it was so funny because we said in the beginning, we said, we're going to let you talk this time. And there were so many people making jokes in the comments going, I thought you were going to let anyone talk. Usually preceded by a touch to the arm or thigh. I've been doing that forever. Meghan's lawyer, Kump, in his letter to Variety, says this assertion seems calculated to play into the misogynistic characterization of her bossing her husband around. Meghan also had odd methods of providing feedback, according to 3 sources. She was known to disappear for long periods, during Zoom calls. Why would she disappear? Where was she? She was conducting a Zoom call and she just got up and left? Later, Netflix teams like the marketing department would be informed that her absence was due to her being offended by something that was said. Oh my God. Okay, so this is Meghan's lawyer saying this. He says she works from home and is the mother of young children aged 4 and 6, and often encounters as many parents who work from home do children who enter space. Consumer response to Meghan's lifestyle series and the As Ever products was mixed. Archwell reported selling out its inventory across the board after launch, though Newsweek reported in January that a glitch on the company's website revealed a high volume of unsold products. Yeah, I'm sure it was a glitch.